I want to know what you guys think. One, about Mike Brey making the decision to retire. Let's start with that. Where do you stand on this, RC? Mike Brey saying this is going to be his last season at Notre Dame.
You know what? I had the last game, the Florida State game, and he was uncharacteristically. I mean, he was obviously upset, but he was a little more upset than usual after this game. The way the team is constructed, this is it. I mean, some of those guys are as old as they're as old as I am. It looks like they've been there forever, and that regime is over. JJ Starling is probably going to leave. They're 1-6 in conference play, 1-7, whatever they are. Right, they're at the bottom of the league. I mean, above Louisville, but they're going nowhere with a veteran team. And there was a stretch in the game. The game started out 13-0, 32-8. I mean, this is Florida State now we're talking about. We're not talking about it's, Clemson or whatever. And Florida State's gotten better. Don't get me wrong, but 32-8. They're scoring at will. They go zone, and then they close the half on a 21-7 run. So it's only a 10-point game. And when they come out the second half, the first TV timeout, they go down 15. They were only down 10.5. They go down 15, and he lit into them. And he's challenging these guys. And I'm thinking, all right, he's going to come out and go back to the zone that was effective for him. And he was like, hell no. Y'all just get your chest on somebody and freaking guard. And Florida State ran away with it. And they made some threes late. They tried some stuff, but it looked like he just said, the hell, not the hell with the season or whatever, but you guys, I'm not going to save your asses by going zone. You freaking guard man to man. And they can't do it. That's not how they built. So I think it's more of the season. I think he knows the season's over with those guys, and he likes the group of kids. He's had them for a long time, but it's over because he's going to have to start from scratch. I think JJ is going to put his name in the draft, and he's losing Cormac Ryan, Goodwin Dane. I mean, Goodwin, he's Dane Goodwin, Nate Laszewski. I mean, he's losing Trey Wentz, he's losing all of his guys, and that's a complete rebuild. Does he want to start over in year 24, literally with the portal? Which, Tio, I'll say this to you: when is pregame meal? When is teams eat? How many hours before the game does people eat pregame meal?
4-ish.
4 hours, right?
Yeah,
the game was at
7
o'clock. They didn't have shoot around until 3:30, until everybody had came. It was 4:30 before they were eating. I had never seen anything like that in my life because the kids can't miss class. So if that doesn't change, then good luck. Good luck. They'll lose candidates if they can't get dudes in it through transfer portal because it's not a school that's big. They can get them in grad school, but it's not right now the way their administration is set up. They can just get a bunch of dudes coming in there. It's not a transfer portal fix.
Tio, give me some names.
I think Porter Moser makes sense. He was at Loyola Chicago, right down the road. He wants to be closer to the Cubs. He's had success. We know he's a coach. He likes to groom those guys. And like RC said, you can't just bring guys up. It's not a quick fix situation at Notre Dame. Another guy that I think is probably going to get some serious consideration. I brought this name up earlier, shot down pretty quick, but Martin Inglesby at Delaware was under Brey for a long time. He's a Notre Dame guy. He's had some success. He does some things very similar off schematically to Mike Brey, but he's younger. He's been able to find some untapped talent in Jameer Nelson Jr. and Jair Davis. He's been able to find some names there. But I think if it were me, I would take a swing at Porter Moser. I would take a swing at the guy that's down with assistant coach Miami Heat right now, played there. Help me out, Chris Quinn. I would take a swing there, and then Martin Inglesby would be in consideration. Under the radar name, Pat Kelsey's a Midwestern guy. Worked at Xavier, worked at Wake. Those are similar institutions. He might be a guy to consider.
I got one for you too. Micah Shrewsbury.
I like that one too.
He's assistant at Purdue. He knows the Midwest. He's at Penn State right now. Penn State looks good. I think you probably have to get them to the tournament to be in the mix for some of those openings. But Micah Shrewsbury from the Brad Stevens coaching tree, NBA mindset, see what he's running. I think he'll be in. If Georgetown opens, I think he's going to be in the mix there. Notre Dame, I think he's going to end up being in the mix there. All right.
We're dropping our merch.
We got to start calling Underwood Daddy Brad.
I'm a big pod guy.